We start tonight with another cloudy day across the metro area. Some rain in the forecast ahead of this Mother's Day weekend.
So let's get right to Lauren Robinson for what we're in for. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah, well, we will see some clearing overnight tonight and a little bit of sunshine for our Saturday morning. But as we go through the rest of the weekend, cloudy skies, scattered showers, isolated storms will continue to be the story. We take a look at our HD Doppler radar where you can see those scattered light showers that were all across the state are really starting to dry out. The only area where we're going to watch for some of this moisture to stick around is going to be far southern portions of the Front Range into southern portions of the Eastern Plains, where we just have some heavier rain and snowfall that's going to continue to push its way out. So this is, of course, going to take a bit longer to dry on out. So moving ahead to my 7-day forecast, we're going to talk about that overall clearing overnight tonight. We're also going to talk about that early sunshine tomorrow before a cloud cover thickens and we watch for more scattered showers and storms. And then as we go into Mother's Day, we're going to see more storms for our Mother's Day. So I'll have details on all of that, plus the warm week ahead, just in my 7-day forecast.
A sex offender from Aurora is back in custody tonight, accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting an 11-year-old on her way to school.
Investigators say the girl's exceptional courage was the key to making this arrest. Our Janelle Finch joins us live tonight from the neighborhood near Anschutz Medical Campus.
Aurora officers say that an 11-year-old survivor telling her story is what put a sex offender back behind bars tonight. Aurora police say the young girl was walking to a bus stop near Colfax and Macon Street while on her way to school. Officers say just after 7 a.m., a man grabbed her, took her to his nearby apartment, and sexually assaulted her. She escaped and found a cell phone to call 911. Law enforcement says the girl told them what happened, where it happened, and who did this.
It takes a very strong young woman to be able to relive this, not just once, but more than once in the day, as different people are asking her what happened, to relive the traumatic experience and go through it so we can get the details to bring justice.
APD arrived to an apartment on Macon to find 31-year-old Shu Karani Mulenda, a registered sex offender. Officers say they confirmed the girl's story and arrested him.
I can't imagine having to recount that over and over again, and I commend her courage for speaking with us and being able to go through this whole process, which took several hours today.
Police don't have any additional victims identified at this time. Next steps include formal charges from the Arapahoe County District Attorney. Until then, the suspects will be held without bond. In Aurora, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
An internal investigation by the Cherry Creek School District found staff members at one elementary school made clear missteps during an attempted kidnapping last month. No kids got hurt at Black Forest Hills Elementary, but the principal's out, and the district is now recommending new training on how to handle the next crisis.
The 5-page report published this week gives a more detailed account of what happened at Black Forest Hills Elementary in Aurora on April 19th. The suspect walked on campus at 1:01 p.m. that day. Security video shows him running toward a group of 5th graders, trying to grab one of them. The kids get away. He stumbles, drops something, then takes off, gone from campus within 2 minutes. Police later identified him as Solomon Galligan, a registered sex offender. This report says the school's communication afterward fell short. None of the staff outside at the time saw the suspect approach, only saw him leave. While district security got called quickly, nobody from the school ever called Aurora police. Nobody put the school on a secure perimeter, and some teachers, unaware of what happened, took a whole different group of kids outside less than 30 minutes later. The district says staff needs more training on active supervising, on when and how to place a school on secure perimeter, when to call police, and how to better handle a crisis situation.
And last week, Cherry Creek Schools announced that the principal had been removed from her post. That position was filled by an interim through the end of the school year, and the district will be adding more security through the end of the year, as well as reviewing safety protocols with the staff. Commerce City Police say thieves have hit a whole bunch of marijuana shops 4 times in just the last 10 days. Police posted this video on Facebook showing one of those break-ins where the thieves used a car to bust into a business. This was off Quebec Street overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. This is the second time just that business got hit, causing thousands of dollars in damage. Police are still looking for the car. They say it's a Kia with no plates. And those 2 people you see on surveillance, they feel like there could also be additional people involved.
A significant development today in the case of the teenagers accused of killing a woman by throwing a rock through her car window. One of them is taking a plea deal. A year ago, April of 2023, Alexis Bartel was driving on Indiana Street in Jefferson County near Rocky Flats when a large landscaping rock crashed through her windshield. Investigators arrested 3 teenagers who they say were out routinely going on these rock-throwing sprees. Today, Zachary Kwok pleaded guilty to first-degree and second-degree assault. As part of this deal, he agreed to a prison sentence of at least 20 years. The other 2 teenagers are still expected to go to trial, but now could face pressure to also take deals.
What the prosecution has done in this plea agreement is 2 things. They've guaranteed a sentence of at least 20 years, and they've also established that the individual involved, the one pleading guilty, will not be eligible for any kind of juvenile facility. That's a pretty big deal. We're talking adult prison with adult prisoners.
Kwok will be sentenced in September. A judge could increase his punishment up to 32 years. The other teenage suspects still face trial. School employee contract discussions are heating up in Jefferson County, where 2 unions are currently negotiating deals right now.
Hundreds of them tried and failed to get into a school boarding this week. 9 News reporter Rhea Jha tells us what they want and why they got turned away.
There, y'all. Mary Parker, you can't hide. We just want to come inside.
The calls on Jeffco Public Schools Board President Mary Parker reverberated through a crowd of district staff outside the Education Center.
So last night, we decided to hold a rally with JCEA to support workers in Jeffco.
There's about 300 of us out there.
There were 2 groups in the crowd Thursday evening. JESPA, the association representing Jeffco support staff, such as bus drivers, custodians, and food service workers like Xander Kashub, and JCEA, the association representing Jeffco educators like Colin Ferrero, who were showing support for their JESPA colleagues.
We wanted to back them up and show them that they're not in this fight alone. Like, we've got your back, for sure.
JESPA contract negotiations with the school board have reached a deadlock. They mainly asked the district for better benefits and compensation, the elimination of outsourcing for employees, and an investment in healthy foods for students.
They are burnt out, overworked, underpaid, short-staffed, and they see their jobs flying away to private companies.
Kashub, who is also the union's president, says the district is negotiating in bad faith.
We pay taxes in Jeffco. We teach Jeffco's students. We clean up after Jeffco's students. We are the Jeffco community, so refusing to meet with us is unacceptable.
JCEA is also in the midst of contract negotiations. Ferraro says they aren't having the same issues.
I sort of feel like they treat them like second-class citizens in a district that claims to be equitable.
The crowd of district staff were not let in Thursday night.
I was really happy to see the turnout, and we get stopped right at the door.
In a statement, Jeffco Public Schools said they couldn't let people in because the boardroom reached capacity and the typical overflow room was occupied.
To be not let into my own public board meeting, disappointing's putting it nicely.
Employees say when the district doesn't meet them at the table, it's the students who suffer the consequences.
We stay working in public jobs, in public schools, because we care. We love our students.
JCEA is having their final bargaining meeting on Thursday. Their contract is expiring in 12 weeks. JESPA's contract expires in August 2025, but they're fighting for an increase in pay for this year. In the studio, Rhea Jha, 9 News.